So I'm going to give you another tip when it comes to growing palm trees here in the North Pacific. If you're anywhere near the water, you're good. But if you're a little bit inland from the ocean, sometimes not so good in the winter time. So the first thing is plant them in the most sheltered location out of cold east winds. They don't like those cold outflow winds. Here we don't get any cold outflow winds, so it's not a problem. They do grow like weeds here, and I would say locally grown ones are pretty much foolproof in this climate. If it was like a record-breaking freeze and you had imported ones of the same species, you know, like from California or something like that, well, then they could probably get damaged or maybe killed in more inland sections of our island, and especially along the coast away from the water. If you're out in the Fraser Valley and stuff, I know I used to grow them out there, and it is definitely tricky. It's more of a challenge. Here, no challenge at all. So keep them out of the cold winds. They absolutely hate cold east winds. They also say plant them in well-draining soil. Well, I've kind of proven that wrong to the ones that grow down in our deep ravine. After throwing seed down there for, you know, over 2 decades, they've adapted to standing water, growing in standing water, and very, very boggy, wet soil. This one here is growing in very well-draining soil. And if you want them to grow faster, in the summer months, water them lots. They do actually respond to a lot of water. So this is a female right here. You can see the fruit up there forming. This one's been outside for probably about 30 years now, here growing on Salt Spring Island. A very tough palm is starting to skirt. And like I say, here they need no winter protection. But if you're inland, you might want to give it some protection when it's going to get really cold out. I really don't know of any mature palms growing in the Fraser Valley that survived mid-January 2024 freeze. That was a bad one, and it weeded out the wimpy ones. I know of big palms that froze. Most of them were imported probably from California or Southern Oregon, and the only ones that I know of survived are in my buddy's yard, and we planted those, God, about 35 years ago, and they're locally grown from Vancouver stock, and they're, God, 25 feet tall now at least or more. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And by the way, he does have them on the west side of his house so they don't get any cold outflow winds. It makes a difference, and they do self-seed like mad, just like this one. Self-seed like a weed. Look at that. Weeds. These are all palm trees growing around the base of it. Definitely weed like here. Not a problem. They just come up all over the place. All right, guys. Hope that's a good tip, and I hope it helps you out when you're growing and planting your palm trees here on the coast of British Columbia. Cheers.